Oh, welcome to another episode of Sore Feet Adventurers. We left off, you just talked to Eldwin Phaleth, the captain of the guard of Sylvan Vale. And you're on your way to talk to Tobias Mardigan, the vice governor. So, you all just met back up, and you're on your way to his office. Guessing you're all following Bell. You do come up to... Actually, oddly enough, you're coming up to another estate, actually. So as you're making your way, you do come to a estate. It's got a very nice gate and fence all around. You see there's more trees even in it. And kind of an odd spot. You know this would be the governor's estate, but you do know the vice governor works out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you approach. You do notice the gate is closed. There's a couple of guards up front.
Approach.
Right. She kind of nods at you. May I help you?
Yes, I would like an audience with Tobias Mardigan.
You see that guard. You're Lord Daron.
Yes, correct.
I am
Belrothian.
Oh, of course. If you want to meet with the vice governor, run away. And they kind of go and open it. Daron, are you sure? I'm sure. They're kind of opening the gate for you. Go right in.
Thank you.
Your friends, companions, they might have to stay outside.
I show him my signet ring and use my knight background. It passes automatically.
I know they're looking at it. You guys got the ring. They kind of guards talking to her. I suppose he can go in.
He also points to Sora and just goes, I'm with him.
Who are you?
My name is Ibalsa Lolan of Freehaven.
Freehaven. Oh, didn't Freehaven just get attacked? It did. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. What are you doing all out here? You're getting away from the town. I'm all right.
She just smiles.
I don't know if we can let them in. I don't know either. The guards look, they're talking about. Well, Daron, you can certainly, if they're your friends, they can enter the grounds. They might have to stay out. Your knight friend, he seems to be able to legit. He can definitely.
Well, I happen to be able to pass as well. I take out my merchant's license.
What's it written in?
It has several languages: Dwarven, Common, Gnomish.
So you're just like everyone else in town. I mean, not every merchant can just go talk to the local government.
Obviously not, but I travel with
plus
Bell Delrothian.
Plus he's dwarvish. They're hot-tempered they are. I don't know if we can let him through.
I have heard that this vice governor is quite stressed, and so I therefore will promise you to either keep my mouth shut or choose my words very wisely.
Exactly, he's stressed. And the other one, and we don't need a dwarf to make him even more stressed.
I find that highly racist.
Oh, welcome to Sylvan Vale.
I look him up and down. What is he?
He's a half-elf.
Half-elf.
They're both half-elves. You look down.
Very well, half-nothings.
There you go. Oh, we deserve that. Yep. Well, you come in, but no promise that you're all going to be able to see the vice governor. They kind of lead you into the wagon. It's kind of walking by. Look like they're kind of just talking back and forth. They look over their shoulders. And they both nod. They see their hands go to their chests and they just walking. When you guys get to the door, they're like, oh, they nod to another guard. All right, well, we discussed it. We believe that the knight, the lord, can go and talk. Unless any of you also have papers showing that you're important and not just random, common and rabble.
I see how it is. Common rabble.
If you do not mind, she is, and I'm saying this truthfully, she is close family to me.
You're pointing to Balsa?
Yes.
There is a resemblance. They're both dragon people.
Hey.
I didn't say that in character.
So we are close family.
Yeah, I'm looking. So, one's who fucked a dragon?
Balsa is not going to react to that.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
That's
Hold on.
not quite a proper question
say,
to ask.
Are you insulting my family?
Oh, you gotta bring back. Look, we've been on. Look, 1 second. Look, we've been on double duty. No one has come and relieved us. So I'm sorry for that, my friend here, but
You should be apologizing to Belle Delorthian as well. You just spoke crudely in front of a lord.
If not, I would challenge one of you to a duel for ruining my family's
A
honor.
2-on-2 duel. I agree to that.
they look at each other. Both their hands are going to the stones. Kind of like a pause. They're like looking at each other. They both turn to you, but our deepest apologies, Lord Daron. And they both kind of do a bow. Forgive us.
I would like to speak to your employer.
Well, if
Employing
you,
such rabble.
they kind of look at each other. Well, if you only say that, the captain and Duane's the main keeps just right down the road.
That explains so much. So incompetency must fall down the chain of line.
Oh god.
That there's kind of go silent now.
Back in my days in the army, the Dwarven army, we saw battle. We saw war.
Lord Daron, they both kind of learn. You are allowed in as citizen of Sylvan Vale. Your friends will have to wait outside the gate. You, sir, if you say to me, you may accompany Lord Daron.
I hope you work on your discipline. I'll be at my wagon if you guys need me.
If you'd like to join me, Sora.
Yes, I would like to meet this person.
Soldiers should have a bearing. That's the last thing I say as I walk off.
And Harry just double face palms and sighs deeply.
Wilson's shooting a glare at Oakley's back.
I
I guess I don't.
As Oakley leaves, Nahiri's gonna turn to the soldiers. Please ignore that situation. I don't like that man.
Pay no attention to
Pay no
it.
attention to
As you're
him.
kind of talking to them, they kind of point towards the gate. Both
Oh,
of
I
them
intend to
together.
leave. I was just gonna ask, do you know any good bakeries in the area? I want to avoid that one.
They kind of look at each other, just they point to the gate again.
She just sighs. Okay.
Kind of walk them. They both kind of walk everyone else. So Saoirse and Oakley, Nahiri, and
I'd also turn
also
around
they kind of walk you back to the gate.
and say to Nahiri, I have words I must speak with you about.
I have nothing to say to you at this moment.
The importance of the mission. It shall be a light conversation.
Very well.
You're gonna just take Nahiri a little to the side.
Yeah.
All right.
You have said before that your brother is valuable to you, and therefore you wish to meet him.
She just kind of stares at you. She's not commenting.
Your kid brother, how old are they?
That is none of your concern.
Very well. I'll say this then. There is a way to check upon your brother faster and more sooner, should you wish it. Would you like to know?
I'm aware there are other means.
I do have a plan. Ebolsa is capable of casting sending. Within this group, there are people with rings that can store spells. If they store a spell such as that and hand the ring to you, you may convene with your brother. Just a thought. And Oakry walks off.
Okay. Mary doesn't say anything. She's quiet. She's also going to message Eve, or Balsa, sorry,
That's okay.
and Saoirse, and ask if they want to join her at a bakery. She's on a mission for pastries.
Eve messages back and says if there's not one too far from here, sure, but otherwise we need to stick close.
Okay.
I'm in.
Did we notice any bakeries on the way?
Yeah, there's some places you can get food.
Nearby?
There's a bunch of different shops nearby, but you're kind of in another nicer part of the neighborhood, so they might be a little spread out a little more. If you go back through town, you could probably find one, but
Is there one like close?
Not that you
close
can
by?
really tell right now.
What's around us?
No, there's you're over at a kind of a state. It's kind of awesome, closer to the middle of the city. Looking around, you do see looks like more kind of official buildings. I'd say, from your look of it, looks like more homes. So it's not wrong. You do know there's probably one nearby. You just don't know because you were unfamiliar with the city.
Okay. In that case, as they're walking away, Nikki's gonna message Belle and ask if he knows of one close by.
Oh, you kind of message Bell, you and Sora kind of heading off into the. Well, that you're pretty much just walking into the estate, to the manor. So you can answer if you wish, real quick.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which one?
What are you sending to Mel?
Just asking if he knows of any bakeries or food shops nearby.
You would know there's some, but you're getting ready to go meet the vice governor, so it's kind of it's not on your minds. You're just there's ones in town, but you can't think about it right now.
I'm sorry. At this moment, I can't quite give you much information, but there are a few places.
Okay.
With that, Belle, you and Sora are kind of led down. See, there's more guards. There's kind of 4 guards kind of accompany you. Kind of going. Yep. Sorry.
What was the vice governor's name again? I'm sorry.
Tobias Mardigan.
Tobias Mardigan. Okay, thank you.
And they kind of, it looks like they're stopping, and they kind of bring you to a door. You understand it's not like a main door. It looks like it's more kind of leads to a study. You actually see there's a bunch of books kind of stacked along the wall before, like, outside this door. Looks like a bunch of like loose paper. Looks like they're kind of one of the guards hesitant to knock. Oh, Daron, I would, and Sir.
Sora Killadrick.
Right, Sir Kildrick, you are going to be in the presence of the vice governor, so I don't think I need to remind you on formalities. Kind of knocks. You're like, go away! I don't want any more paperwork! Excuse me. Vice Governor, we have 2 guests who wish to speak to you. Do they bring more work? No. Kind of silence. We're letting them in. He goes kind of open the door.
I use the sending stone and I send a message to Belle. Is this normal?
He replied back, he's really stressed.
You see that guard kind of open the door, pulls out a key and just unlocks it, opens it. Motions for you to go in.
Thank you.
And you both walk into this room. You see there's it was kind of like a study from over at the Daron, but see one of the books is a lot. It's not really nearly as neat. The books are kind of thrown around. You see the desk. It's kind of packed high. There's the books and paperwork. And you can't even see an individual. You sense there's an individual behind it, though. Behind all this pile. And you kind of hear like a chair, and you see like a head appear over the paper. Kind of see on a thin frame. Look like they have like a monocle. Looks like a fancy monocle. Who are you?
I give a bow and say, pleasure to meet you.
He just nods.
Good day. I'm Belorothian Dairon, and I bring with me. And then he gestures to you.
My name is Sora Killadrick. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You don't bring me more work, do you?
No, I just wish to.
Okay, you see his face is kind of hear it clicking line. Like, oh, good. Kind of gets up, like, see he's kind of like scratching his head, like, oh. Kind of moving some books around. He's kind of grabs things and starts pouring himself a drink. Kind of hands kind of shaking. Yeah, takes a bigger drink. Kind of see his hands are kind of like going at ease a little bit.
What's this
Oh.
person look like?
Very thin human. Very thin human. Kind of looks like they're kind of already kind of losing their hair. Kind of looks like they're balding from the center. It's like, oh, they're high stress. Just, they got like a monocle. It kind of goes off. It's really actually really fancy looking. Kind of goes as it connects to the shirt. Their shirts kind of, while it's nice clothes, are kind of ruffled and whatnot. And just, kind of seems like it's going off into a language. Do you speak Primordial?
Yeah.
No.
All right. You see, he's saying a lot of talking a lot of crap about the governor.
To be expected. TBH.
He's just like leaves me here to do all this work. He says, I'm very busy. What can I do for you?
Yes, thank you for letting us take up some of your valuable time.
And like refills his drink and just takes what he's refilling it with and just drinks all of that.
I would like to ask of you if you have heard of the goings-ons around the villages as of late.
I haven't left the state in days. What's happening? Is it still sunny outside? Is it still day?
It's actually,
It is morning right now.
it's not as foggy as it used to be. It was quite foggy yesterday.
I don't know. There's no windows to this office. Keg just keeps drinking out of the bottle.
Unfortunate. That puts a lot of eye strain.
He's pointing to. Are you saying that in person?
Yeah.
He's pointing to. I have those. You see the floating balls. He got inches in it. I guess actually comes closer to him. Oh.
Then if goings on there, then we have spoken with Elduin already, Captain Elduin.
Oh.
But
Must be nice. Speaking to people, I mean.
sometimes I suppose.
What do you want? I'm busy. Guess he's just like putting his phone back at the table.
We heard that there is an undead situation going around at the outskirts of the village.
Yes, he's pop up. A dead? No, not in Sylvanvale. I've done all the paperwork.
Correct, not in Sylvanvale, but the surrounding
Oh,
villages.
good.
Yes.
Outside of it.
Oh, so I don't have to do any paperwork then. No work. Oh, all right. What of it? There's undead out there. Far away, right? Far from Sylvanvale.
We heard there was a lady in black.
Have you heard about the Dark Lady in any paperwork or such?
He's kind of pointing to a stack. Perhaps it's one of the reports that Elduin sent me. Pointing like a large stack of papers.
And well, I can, if you don't mind, can I take a look, or is
No, do not touch my work.
he wasn't
Yeah.
anywhere near it? He was
He's
just
acting.
asking.
He's like, do not touch them. As you said, they are neatly organized.
Of
Kind
course.
of motioning erratically. Forgive me, I haven't slept for days. What is it you're asking?
Well, I've also already asked Elduin. I am wondering if housing the villagers would be advisable at my estate.
I don't care. I'm just a vice governor. I don't have really any real power besides this. He points to the pile of paperwork. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care. Just kind of it seems like I have to disregard. Bring me the proper paperwork. And I can sign it. It has to go through Eldon first.
Yes, we have already spoken with him, and
Yeah, yes, I wish I could
DM, is there a good question I can ask this man that'll help? Or
You ask him, roll wisdom.
Yeah.
Or roll gut check. Oh, what do you want to know from him?
that's a total of 12.
What are you trying to find out?
I just want a question that, or maybe perhaps a subject line that'll garner some actual
Seems to be
answers.
free. You get the paperwork, you can plan to sign it. Or you do know, maybe you can ask him about his work, or maybe possibly getting him help. Maybe more.
Sure.
Sora. Oh, I almost forgot. Sora pulls out of his bag of holding a very fancy wine bottle, unopened. It's like, I forgot to give you this for a gift, as for agreeing to accept me into this meeting.
Cat takes it.
It's a very
Pops
expensive
it,
wine.
and sniffs it. Like, pours a little bit. It's like, let's see you drink it. Kind of switching it. See him guy tasting it. Well, I've always taken a gift. He sees speaking from Murray. He's like, fuck the governor. And
I wish I knew.
Oh, Belle's trying so hard not to like show an expression on his face
Just drinks
whenever
it.
he bursts into.
This guy goes out of Primordial. You didn't understand him, and he's just,
Do I know the universal word of fuck in Primordial?
no.
Ah.
You're just getting that he's saying something kind of hated, or he's just saying. So he's very emotional in his words, and it's like,
Is there?
as I said, I just don't see any reason. You go to Eldrin if whatever he wants. He's the captain. I'm just.
Understood. Then, if you don't mind, my asking about the current goings-ons.
Going on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a report he turned in about the Dark Lady. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He turned in sightings in the villages. None of my concern. They're not in Silver Vale.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a heads up. I leave the defense to him. They were the undead, was said, and again, it's more a report for Capital Guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. There was a civil war going. We're not, as far as I know, so mail we're not included in there. No reports needed. Everything is good. Is there any no doubt? Is there any thing you're worried about? I can send more guards to your state. I might make the proper paperwork.
I lightly just use my sending stone and tell Belle, maybe we get some guards to accompany us to these outskirt villages and see if we can help out.
It's kind of looking at you.
He'd reply, I'm not sure that's a resource they'd like to lend, but I can ask. We were planning to go to the countryside and go look at the villages and inspect what's going on around those places.
He's kind of nodding. He's pouring another cup.
Now, I know you are the vice governor, but do you know if you have some spare guards to...
The two out front.
I have heard that they have worked a double shift. No one has come to relieve them.
I have plenty of guards. They were the ones sent to me.
Okay.
In all due dismay, I respect your thank you for inviting me into this, but I do want to file a complaint. Those
He seems like,
don't worry, no paperwork. This can just only be us.
there's always paperwork.
Don't.
Okay, just goes and rubs his forehead.
Those two guards are very mean to our companions, and we're very.
They're blunt. That's why you can take them.
Are you saying? Wait, never mind. Never mind. Is there any other way we can get 2 different guards?
Ask Alderman. He's the captain.
And squires.
Belle's gonna take a moment to use the sending stone and group chat. Is there any information that we need from the vice governor that you all can think of while we're still conversing with him?
You're talking. It looks like he's kind
Do
of going
a
through
gut
paperwork.
check.
All right. Which one? Oh,
That's wisdom.
Yep.
13.
what you want? What you trying to find out? Just a question to ask.
Yeah, question to ask.
Belrothian would kind of just give like verbal bullet points of like what he's already.
You can
Talked
ask
about.
if he's on his paperwork. You can ask maybe what trades have happened recently, maybe to Sylvan Vale.
Question I would ask for Bell to ask is, through the paperwork trail, has there been any knowledge of Bloodgate trading or possibly making deals with Magic to show a potential alliance ship to give
Right.
us an idea of how fast we have to work?
Then a couple more questions for you, if
He kind of looks like he's reaching through. I mean, he's kind of throwing a book at you, just tossing it lightly at you. Like, those are the parts from Eldrin. If you want to read them.
and is it in common?
It's in Elvish.
Would you mind asking the questions while I look this over?
Sure. And is there any questions you all want?
You heard it. It was group chat.
Oh, it's group chat. Okay.
Yeah,
So name the questions.
it was the trades. Ask about the trades that,
Okay.
and
Is
then
there,
the paperwork with Bloodgate and maybe Magic Gate. See if there were trades there.
has there been any trades with Bloodgate or any sorts?
With the Sylvan Vale?
Yes. Or going to Magicate as well.
I don't know. I just did the paperwork for Sylvan Vale. I don't take any more work.
Okay. Has there been any paperwork that has been anything related to Bloodgate?
He's kind of looking. He's like, I know large quantity of they've asked for large stores of magic items. I believe they could be being shipped to Bloodgate.
Where are these trades going from? Where are they coming from?
He's like giving you a pleading look. He's like just like trying to describe. I don't know. I'm just a vice governor. I'm not a merchant.
Do you have the paperwork that says it?
Lily points to the desk.
All right.
Did I garner anything from reading Elduin's reports?
Reading the reports, you do see that there's actually guard routes they went and took to check out each of these. Kind of how far they went to check out the villages and when. You know, last time they sent someone to Duskwood was a little bit over a week ago. So
Does it look like they skimped out on it?
they said they went over and took a quick look at it. It says in the report they didn't do like a full report. So soldier they didn't do a full sweep of it, but they did go up nearby it.
So they were kind of lazy?
Looks that way.
And Sora grabs the piece of papers that he says that that has the Bloodgate and he
Oh, no.
You're
passes
gonna
on.
grab. He literally pointed to his desk.
Oh, he points to his desk. It
It
say,
has
which
piles of paper on it.
are any of these in common?
What's your passive perception?
My passive is no, it's there. 17.
It looks a lot. Also, you're seeing is all in Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
If only Oakley hadn't opened his big fat mouth, he could have had a third Elvish speaking person. Or even a fourth, or a fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well, I say I send the sending
There was in the question was talking about the trade about amongst the villages. That trade to.
Yeah, I'll ask that then.
What do you want to know about the trades? The villages do send and call for supplies from us. We ship them out to them.
Any more than usual? Any more requests for it? Has there been anything?
Duskshire hasn't asked for an adequate amount of supplies.
Has Duskwire been having reports of these undead?
He's.
Yes.
Yes. You bring the book. He looks like they were actually the first ones to report it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
He's pointing to the book. He's kind of going there. Yes, they were the first ones who reported it. I don't know. What's Al doing?
I thank you for the information. I look over to Bell and I say in common, is if it's okay if we can spend some time here and read some of these reports, is that okay?
You're not a citizen here. So
if he can read it, I'm not. He doesn't have to tell
You
me.
can take the reports. Just everything else, please leave it where it is.
But I can take this, and he shows.
Yes, just go.
Okay.
Thank you for the drink.
He pulls out another one. It says, "Thank you for your time."
Kind of just looking at it. He looks like he's kind of like a torn, just like drink it and just like forget about everything. Worries and just. And he's like looking at his
Look
work.
what you've done.
So he's just like. Have a good day, Lord Daron.
Thank you so very much for all your information.
Glad to be of help to the nobles of Sylvan Vale.
And then I'm going to use the sending stone and talk to Okri, and I say, "So, it's up to you, because you were the most mad about this. We can have those 2 guards up in the front escort us and help us out with this."
Meat shields. But, on the other hand, should they die, they are technically under the order of the incompetent captain. We would
The
catch
orders,
flack.
and I say, the orders were given to the vice governor, so they would be given to us. So,
Any further information about having them given to us? No requirements or prerequisites?
they said that the vice governor would give us 2 guards to help us with our expedition.
So technically, by that definition, they are under our orders, and what we say goes. Right?
One would assume so.
We also have a captain backing us, too.
I have no power here.
They have to respect your rank out of game.
I know, but like,
Yeah.
that's your guys' conversation.
Oh,
And
I believe the first thing in order is dinner.
All right.
For us, it'll be great food. For them, dog shit.
By the way, when we were talking to these guys, how tough do they look?
You don't be a guard for nothing. You knew they knew how to swing a sword, and it kind of got serious. It looks like when they took offense, they kind of went to pretty much guard mode and kind of were like, get the fuck out.
Okay. And I say, I think we'll take the guards.
Before you do that, I say, I would like to have further inspection of these guards.
Never mind, we'll have interviews.
He's like, sitting right. What do you mean interviews?
Well, I should have said it.
What do you say to me?
I said, you said you wanted to expect him? He's asking for an answer.
Tell the vice governor of his generosity. We would not want to forsake other lives if these guards are not up to it.
I repeat what he says.
If you're not going to take them, then don't take them.
We can always take them and send them back.
Yes. And then it's like, Do you have the paperwork for that?
Just write the thing and like toss it to like passes it to me so it kind of moves and kind of goes and spins it towards you.
Catch it.
All right, you see a little thing. It's just like 2 guards. It just writes out the names.
What are their names?
What are the names?
Elric and Alric.
Elric and Alric.
Yes.
Are they brothers?
Well, their names are going to be different from now on.
You guys go towards them and
So, can I see that note?
Yes.
Okay. And as soon as we're going back, I say, do I see those guards?
yep, over by the gate.
I'm going to wait next to the gate too. And if they say anything, I'm just going to have a shit-eating grin on my face towards these guards.
One of them does say, you look awfully pleased with yourself. What are you so happy about? Because he knows he just had to do guard duty like us. Just kind of like.
And Sora's just gonna walk out like 20 feet ahead of him, and then like, oh yes, here you go.
Kind of like look at that, and they both cast their standing stones. One just slowly grabs it. Grabs the standing stone again.
You're under our orders, dog shit. Prepare for hell.
Yeah, past the other one. They're both looking at it. You hear like grunts from them.
I'm going to look at them. I'm going to use my fighter ability.
Oh no, you're right.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah. Just to reiterate what it does, it is called Know Your Enemy. Starting at 7th level, if you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat, you can learn certain information about the capabilities compared to your own.
Okay, I know this.
Okay, you choose 2.
We try to find out.
Strength and Constitution.
So you say inferior.
They are inferior in both to you.
Okay, I'm going to spend another minute to do that, and I'm going to ask for armor class, and mine is, let's see, hang on.
Hit dice.
Yeah, armor and hit dice, and without my, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Or you doing fighter levels.
I'll do that next.
So he wants to know everything, pretty much.
I'm basically looking them up and down and scrutinizing them. So yeah, I'd like to know armor class, current hit points, and then last 2 things is total class levels, if any, and fighter class levels, if any.
You do see they are inferior in AC and hit die. As you're looking at them, they're both actually wizards.
Oh boy.
They're like Belle.
And you actually kind of examine. You do see actually one has like stubble and kind of like a beard. The other one's a clean shaven. You do notice they are twins.
Oh.
Okay.
I say, either way, it's a pleasure to meet you, Elric and Eric.
I'm not Elric. That's Elric. I'm Elric.
Doesn't matter. From now on to this day, you are dogshit 1, and the second one is dogshit 2.
It gives you a finger.
That's a nice figure. Hope you don't lose it in combat.
Right, Lord Daron. They're both like they're just like fucking. I guess
And-
we're at your command.
Did
Yep, we're at your command.
Did you get the...
About
They have the paper.
Yeah, because it's spells.
That's
Yeah,
true.
They give back to
So-
Bill.
I'll put it in his bag of holding. It's his now.
Well, I would have a request.
Yes.
It's a simple one, not too harsh for these 2. It's easy. Don't worry. I wish that they help me carry things.
Insight check.
What's that in the tape?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a total of 4. Can I tell you're being dishonest, or if you're
Not
just
being dishonest,
going to?
I want to put them to work.
Are
He's
you,
being a little shit.
essentially, are you going to abuse your power?
I want to abuse them. I'm going to make them do their work and have do them a hard job.
You can tell that he wants them to carry their bags and make them earn their keep, pretty much.
Within reason.
Obviously, I wouldn't ask them anything that I wouldn't do. And he is being honest about that.
Sora sends a message to Nahiri and says, "We have 2 new companions."
Where are we actually?
You guys are just outside the gate, and you see these two guards that are following him.
Did we not go look for a bakery?
You were waiting
No.
for. You didn't know where
They were
how
too far.
close
Okay.
one was.
Oh, okay. Then if I saw them, I'd be like, oh,
The Harry probably isn't really paying attention anyways, so yeah.
okay.
She has her hood up and she's just crossed armed looking down,
You all just
zoning
have-
out.
Are you guys still gonna try to stop at a bakery?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Harry's gonna ask.
Okay.
If it's on the way out of town, I suppose why not?
Internally, yes.
So I'm gonna say you sent one of these guards to get you pastries.
I'm okay with that.
So you made your way. It took an hour to get out of town. So one of the guards, he brought you some pastries. He actually brought you some of the wrong pastries. The ones that you didn't want.
Which ones? Be
What?
specific.
He just brought you like the wrong flavors that you wanted. You can tell they're not enjoying their stay with you guys.
What do you mean wrong flavor?
So if you purposefully told him which ones
If
you
you said
like,
blueberry, they
Yeah.
would give you
Strawberry
blackberry.
or blackberry.
Yeah.
I wanted apple.
So yeah, they bring you a different one. You bring like a peach one instead.
Oh. It's
And
not
he's
my
like,
favorite.
you see, he's
but-
like, oh man, they were out of apple. Would you believe it?
Inside check.
yeah, insight.
Go right the fuck ahead.
That's pretty
Oh,
That's pretty damn good.
I rolled a 3.
I'm gonna insight as well.
oh my god.
22.
You can't tell.
What?
What?
Yeah, no, that's a 5.
They have.
I don't
You're
care
pretty
enough.
sure they're being sarcastic, but you can't tell if they're lying.
Okay.
What did you get?
I got 22.
Yeah, I'm not gonna beat
Damn,
that.
what did you roll?
I rolled really good. Yeah. So they're basically following you. I'm gonna say, you guys kind of just made the 4-hour trip. Through the
Cool.
trip. Oh,
During the trip, Ibalsa's actually gonna pull out Piccadilly's viol and play it.
okay.
Oh.
Yes, Belle.
How long had it been since the morning when Ralnor had asked him to look at the tracks?
Oh, look at the
Mhm.
tracks. That was pretty early in the morning, so around like 8.
Over 8 hours ago?
Yeah, so it was over 8.
Oh.
So let's hear. So 8.
I just asked
You guys
because...
left around noonish to go in town. Took a couple hours.
Uh-huh.
So you're leaving. It's around 4.
Okay. Just, I guess, on the way there.
How long is this trip?
It's 4. It's about 5 when you get out of the city.
Okay.
He would cast Mage Armor again.
Okay.
And then use Arcane Recovery to recover those 2 spell slots.
All right.
In the short rest.
Okay. So you, and also you do Paul, are you just playing the instrument?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
playing it. She's not
Alright.
using any spells or anything.
So
Alright.
I'll be using my Sending Stone, and I would try to talk privately with Belle.
What are you gonna say while you're traveling then?
Say, excuse me, it's come upon me with an idea. We might have to, well, we may be able to skip going to the temple. But I'd
Alright.
like to have your backing first, but after I explain myself.
Alright, I will hear your story.
Coming to travel with you all, I have come to understand everyone's capabilities. And with that, we can use it to contact the brother of Nahiri.
Mm-hmm.
Ibalsa casts Sending into a spell storing ring.
Mhm.
The ring is then promptly handed over to Nahiri. Nahiri uses it to contact their brother. If they are fine, we can visit said brother on our way back from Magic Gate, instead of having to make a stop. That way, time is not wasted in the efforts of our mission. But if they are not okay, I would be okay with stopping at the temple. If we have a definite answer, then it's something solid at least.
This is true.
If you bring this up with the group, I believe your words will have a higher impact than mine.
And you do know why that is, correct?
And you hear a moment of silence. I don't believe I have to explain that.
And what was... Then he backtracks. Why? What was the purpose of your outburst?
In my years of experience, as well as yours being in the military, I thought you would understand.
I do not understand lashing out at people.
We're at war.
Yes.
I will sacrifice myself to save more than one life. It is sad, but if my brothers died because I had to choose over them, choose a country over my brothers, I will. We are agents. We are no longer civilians. We must come to terms with that. And it seems that our group has not yet.
Yes, but your manner of going about it leaves much to be desired.
So I have been told before. It is an old dwarvish habit. I used to be worse than this, but I am slowly working on it.
I
If
know
you
no-
must know, I wish to prevent other deaths. I
Yes.
did have 2 brothers that sacrificed themselves for me. I wish for not anything like that to happen again. I share this in confidence with you.
Understandable. I know not if your pride will allow it, but I'm sure the others would appreciate some understanding of how you went about things
I have said I am
askewed.
trying to become more flexible.
Yes. However, I believe you've only told that to me. And I'm sure some of the others would like to hear that, especially.
I believe you
After
have already
harsh
told
words.
them that we would be traveling by airship. They are all aware of how against I am going by airship. During that conversation, I spoke nothing of being against it. My actions should speak for themselves.
I do not know that they know you well enough. I don't know you well enough to know your habits of apologies. Air quotes.
You can't see it.
He verbally says air quotes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm making sure you understand this with no possible way of miscommunication.
As you just say air quotes, I'm like, what?
You guys,
And Oakley says, well, only in time it will tell.
yeah, after that, you guys do that. Elric and Alric, as you guys are traveling, they're kind of giving minor compliments and kind of just barbed jests. They're complimenting certain stuff. We've also like, oh, that's a lovely tune. Another one's asking, are you cold? Your lips are blue.
This is my skin color.
The other one, he pipes up, of course she's cold. She's all blue.
Dabba-dee-dabba-dee.
So they're just kind of filling in kind of the silence, and it's like, oh, kind of, like I said, throwing barbed jests and just kind of minor compliments.
You've also would play louder every time they try to talk.
So, I would pipe up behind my back towards the back of the wagon and talk to these 2 and say, so y'all wizards,
Oh, yeah, I was totally
What are
gonna
you
ask
capable
them
of?
about, like, what they've learned. I'm sure they'd love to talk to a wizard about what they know.
Yeah. Between both of you, they're just like, oh yeah, yep, we just graduated.
so what are you capable of?
They're just like look at each other. Well, we didn't use magic. I know it'd be hard to understand for a dwarf, but yes, we know magic. We can fight.
And what spells can you cast? What are your favorite
They
spells?
kind of look at each other. One's gonna say, he's like, fireball.
Boss is gonna pipe up and say, do you actually know it?
Of course. And one of the, oh, fireball's all right. It's Oh, he's like, I prefer shield, but greater defense. Oh, you don't have to worry about our enemy. If they're on fire, they just start talking about different spells. Kind of. They're
Boss is gonna lower the volume of her playing because finally this is a tolerable conversation.
They're just kind of talking like, oh, they're kind of that. They're going to keep going. They kind of just don't shut up.
Oh, Nahiri's actually gonna interrupt. Just to clarify, you guys went to the College of Magic
Nope.
recently?
Yep.
Is Professor Arether still there? Arether? Carson, how do you say her fucking name? You keep saying it with an accent, and I can't do that.
Probably write it out in phonetical spelling.
My brain says Arether.
It's not up to me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go to.
Or actually, let me pull up that.
Sounds like a weird spelling.
It's a really fucking weird spelling. It's Aerithere.
Arethyr?
Arethyr? Is that right?
Sounds like it would be.
Anyway,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Carson just key smashes until he
Arethyr.
gets a name.
I mean, you just
Arethyr.
add vowels.
Okay, so Arethyr. Is Arethyr still at the college?
Kind of look at each other. Out there, kind of like birds just tell you that neither of them had her. So just like,
What?
Yeah, they don't know. Like neither of us had her.
Maybe Deldrak?
Like, oh, Deldrick, basically they're going off. Oh, he trained us, and one other talking about him.
Do I know Deldrak?
That's
Listen, she probably stole a lot of teacher snacks at some point. I don't know.
You guys make
She was on
way
mission.
through kind of the talking. They kind of go a little quiet as you. So as you're going through, you do see the kind of the beautiful countryside. More of a mystic around. There's more trees than that's the golden fields and the vibrant fields of kind of Freehaven area in the south. And you're coming around here, you do see there's more trees. You're kind of closer to the mountains as you're traveling. You do seem to be coming up to what would be like very large trees kind of approaching, and there seems to be a lot of fog that just hangs out around there. And you're kind of approaching it, and then you see them kind of like they go quiet and just like have their hands on their hilt and just like they're looking around.
Is this normal?
After hearing them go quiet, which is an oddity, I would speak up and say, Sersha, look around if you would. You have the best eyes here.
What do you see with
My
your
goggles
anime
on.
eyes?
My bread. I have my goggles on my forehead. What do I? Do I have to roll to use it? Because it said
You have advantage on perception checks.
So,
Plus,
like-
on top of that, you can see as far as
perception's
an eagle.
still
Yeah.
the same, but
Passive still the same,
okay,
but you can
It is,
roll.
but you have advantage now at all times while you wear them for
While you're-
sight
It's
it's gonna be really hard to beat
related
a 20.
perception checks.
So you use your passive.
Yeah, you can use passive.
I'm
Or,
gonna say, do you use your passive?
I guess it's just enhanced.
it is.
So yeah, you can see further. The fog really makes it hard. You can see before you enter the woods, you can kind of see the mountains and kind of this mist or fog. It kind of spreads out more, so you can see more into the distance before you're hitting these trees. But as you're kind of approaching these woods, there's more of these vast trees and great like girth and height. You're just seem to be as you go in there. It seems to be like getting darker. It is getting darker as the day goes by, but you see it actually kind of blocks out light even more so.
And I still.
As you're approaching. So, are you looking for anything in general, or?
Is anything like? I really don't think I'd be able to see anything in the fog. So
You can't really see in there. You do see a couple of there's some road signs. Actually, looks like they have a big glowing ball above it, and kind of pointing to different like villages and whatnot.
okay.
Probably still see like because even when you're moving through fog, if there's something hidden there, you can still see movement.
Yeah, movement, shapes, anything
You
besides signs.
do catch some signs of when you're looking around just for because you're kind of entering this large forest. The roadway is still well paved. You do catch some glimpses of some natural
Can
creatures.
I read the
like some birds,
signs or what's on the signs?
elvish.
Okay. What does the sign say?
It kind of points to one of them points back to where it says Sylvan Vale's that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're pointing to the other villages. The one you're kind of falling down points to says Duskshire.
I relay just the obvious directions.
Right. If I keep going this way, sounds good. Good job.
I still
Thanks.
ask the guards, why is everything okay? You seem to be ready to hold on to your weapons.
They're new people. Yeah, they don't really know. But Daron, Lord Daron, they say the Dust Shire is haunted.
I shiver.
I kind of want to roll inside with them. Inside check if that's true.
Valkyrie starts to shiver a little bit.
Suffer.
Guidance. I'm like,
No, him, not you.
Dwarves are pretty superstitious.
7.
You believe them completely. They're just saying
I want to roll insight too.
they hear that it's haunted.
Okay.
I mean, we've never been. No, I mean, perhaps Lord Daron has been, but they say it's haunted. They do.
So what? You're gonna use your sword on a ghost?
It's a magical sword. That kind of one pulls out, kind of motioning it. Ghost would know it hit. No one would not. So one points out and they go. Ding,
I rolled
put
an
the sword
18.
together.
Are they being true?
What?
An
Yeah,
18.
they believe it's haunted.
Valkyrie's gonna kiss his ring of glowing and says, "Don't fail me now, baby."
At the mention of haunted, I'm going to stay ever vigilant.
All right.
You
Take
tell
you
me
got
if
another an hour going through the wood. Like 45 minutes through the woods, and you start seeing little with your perception, you guys seeing through signs of kind of elven buildings and whatnot. Like they do blend in pretty good with the surroundings, but you can kind of tell for what they are.
So they aren't shrouded by fog?
No, there's fog in between, but you kind of make out the signs as it kind of goes around.
Okay.
You do see some lights. So with your perception, you do see kind of the familiar. There's like the lamps with the lights floating above them, the orbs.
So what I've seen before already.
Yeah, and you get closer, and with everyone's perception, as you guys enter, you do so. You notice first with your kind of eagle eyes, you do notice a couple of these posts have been knocked down. You see, there's kind of less orbs.
As we're going along the trail?
Yeah, so you're kind of approaching this settlement.
Okay, I'm like trying to understand. It's like, but I saw buildings. Are we not there yet?
Because you're kind of approaching, you kind of see them.
Okay, Ebolson's just gonna pipe up and say, "Hey, do you want me to scout ahead?"
Is that a good idea?
Strength in numbers. We don't know how many undead there are.
What if
I can fly above them.
we use your ring of glowing on the undead and put it on a Bolson, or someone can cast invisibility on them and see if scout ahead and see if
What's the range of your ring?
500 feet.
Okay.
I have something to add to that. And he takes out a small pouch. This here is called Dust of Disappearance.
Didn't you give that to me?
He made
I
extra.
have.
You made more.
I'm an alchemist.
Oh, no, I thought you gave me the only thing you had.
No.
Okay. Know how much you've made?
You never will. For those are his trump cards. Use this so you don't have to use any magic up. We don't know what we're up against. And I should see this ring back to my finger.
She gives you a hard look but nods.
And he gives you both of those.
Okay, she puts the ring on. Do I need to attune to this?
No.
Alright.
And before you go, be careful and good luck.
and I will guidance her.
Cool. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Nahiri will also
I'm gonna
pipe
help
in. Do you want me to come with you? I have some dust as well.
Out of character, doesn't that dust affect a 10-foot radius? And everything in it?
Cole would know better.
Because technically, we could just use one and both go.
Yeah. I think it's a 10-foot radius, isn't it? I can just...
Trade good potions.
What are you doing at the... See Elric and Ulrich, they're kind of side by next to you. They're on just like kind of both sides of the wagons. It's like they're looking around. Just
Me too.
spooky. Really spooky. I know.
You and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. But the duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. So,
Use it in the way.
he would say this to you. I wouldn't use it right away, should you need to escape. So they don't follow you back. Use it then.
Okay,
Alright, I will guidance you and guidance you.
And I'm going to help you for your stealth roll.
cool.
That's still pretty good. That's a 19
Well, yeah,
right off the
considering
bat.
I have a 14, I think.
I'm gonna use
13
Plus
stealth.
lucky. If I don't get a
That
good
one,
score.
so 23 plus 2, that's 25.
And
Oh, we're good.
add +3 to your stealth. Nahiri.
Cool. Now he's lucky.
Question:
Much better.
if I use my veil to cast a spell that's concentration,
You said +3?
I still need
Yes.
to concentrate for it. Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a spell to cast.
You have what?
Fairy fire.
That's good. As we're talking, I've started to add oil to the, just in case, lanterns of revealing, and then I close the lids.
You do see both Elder Connor, they kind of hold up and you kind of see lights appear up around them. They're both kind of walking around. There's some lights.
Do we
kind of
want
around
us to be noticed?
Well, whatever it is,
I mean, it's going to be hard to hide this wagon in.
it is. We might as well be prepared instead.
Okay. Because I was going to cast light on the wagon just because.
Let's not make it a beacon. I don't mind being seen, but outright being a lighthouse, I'd rather not.
Alright. Alright.
Sorry, tell them they've made some lights appear over there. Both looking
So,
around.
Can you dwindle those down? We don't want to be seen.
They're kind of like can't make them disappear.
And I'd climb up and I would lower the hood of my ever bright lantern on
Okay.
my wagon.
And,
You guys are so who's leaving off to go scout?
Ibalsa and Nahiri.
Yeah.
I say as you so the rest of you are kind of heading towards his you're kind of approaching him. So Ibalsa and Nahiri, where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna follow like where I see the lantern or the lights knocked over, and just work
Or
my
you-
way up.
It'd be a lack of light. You see, there's a light.
Okay,
out,
yeah.
and then, if did you tell Saoirse you told him everything you saw?
Yeah, I'm telling him as I see. And also, tell me like in the direction you've flown, like if there's anything you spot in that direction, and I'll keep a vigilant eye out.
Ibalsa nods, and then I
Okay.
guess we take off.
You do head off head of the group. You're just gonna head and like look above from the settlement.
Yeah, so we're stealth.
As you're higher, you do see that there's kind of actually less fog up above, but you do see it kind of clumps down in some parts.
Do we
So-
see any movement in between the patches?
You don't see any movement. You
Do we see
as
bodies?
you're just flying up, but just above the settlement, right?
Yeah, above the
Alright,
sun,
should go above
kind of
sunlight.
weaving back and forth.
All right. You don't see any bodies. You don't see any really of humanoids. You do see there's kind of some knocked down lanterns, some posts. You see some of the magic's gone out. You do see a couple standing, with the balls of light still above them.
Is there like a path to it? Like it's following a certain path?
You can't really tell. You're kind of looking from above. It looks like there's been some damage to the buildings. It's hard to tell from flying above it.
Is there any sign of like a scuffle or blood or like?
Nothing you can tell from the distance you're at.
Okay, what are we hearing?
It's very quiet. You hear kind of like very quiet wood sound. Can you hear the sound of like natural sounds? Like you know there's some creatures out about, but it's like they're kind of hiding.
Okay, Ibalsa's gonna message Nahiri and say, I'm gonna swoop down over the rooftops and see if I can hear anything.
Okay.
Yes,
Careful.
while this is going on, I'm going to ask the two guards. You said this place was supposedly haunted. How long has this been haunted for?
I'll just tell you real quick that it's always said to be haunted.
Why? What's the rumors? Why is it haunted?
When you ask that, they keep going like, oh, they said they're just not shutting up now. It's like, oh, there's ghosts. It's like, oh, some people say this. They're kind of going in on different things.
I look over to Belle when they're talking about this. Does any of these sound familiar?
Well, I mean, there is a cemetery.
Oh yeah, then they gotta go up the hall hills.
Okay.
Before you guys go in depth, I'm gonna go back to
Yeah.
Mary.
So as Ibalsa's been flying, she's been periodically checking the ring to see if it's lit up.
no light.
Alright, she's gonna. How big is this settlement?
Looking at it, it's maybe about a normal village, kind of like if you compare it to the farming communities. So
Okay,
there's
in that
probably
case-
maybe 100 people.
Okay, oh, it's real small then. In that case, she's gonna fly to the middle and slowly spiral outwards, paying attention to noises, patterns of destruction,
Okay.
and whether or not the ring lights up.
You guys are looking around. You do notice there's other buildings, so it might be a little bigger. Might be at least 200. You see they're kind of spread out
That's
more.
still tiny.
Yes.
It won't take me more than a few minutes to sweep the whole area.
So you don't see anything.
Do I see anything? I'm probably like on the edge of the town.
Looking around the edges.
Yeah.
You both you see it looks like some minor damage to the settlement from what you can
Does
see.
it
if you're
look
looking
like
around.
weather damage or
No.
what kind of
Let's
damage
see.
are we talking about? Just like
Looks like something busted in. Mostly it's just the doors.
Okri is
Anything
going to message Ibalsa and say, while you're at it, you might as well check one of the buildings to see what the living state is like. If food was left open, if they disappeared.
You get back. Understood. And then she messages Nahiri, explaining she's going to go check in one of the buildings. Two of the buildings, technically. One of them that looks intact, so everything's all closed up. And the other where a door's been busted down. She's going to go in the top floor if there is a multiple
You
floors.
see a multiple floor one.
Yeah, Nahiri will take one of those. So you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
She's going to tell you to take the one that hasn't been busted into.
Hasn't been busted into?
Ibalsa can escape really quickly.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go real quick while you're going to the buildings. As you guys are heading in, you do. So the rest of the party, as you guys are traveling, we can all. Yes, seriously.
Just as the two are talking excitedly about ghosts, I am visibly getting more and more distressed, looking around frantically.
The other thing is, I've stopped the wagon. We're no longer moving.
Are you not moving?
Yeah.
They're kind of like keep walking. They kind of stop and like look at you.
No, like ever since we got there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're like literally just waiting back.
Yeah.
Okay. There's they just pretty much as you said, as Belle said, there is a large graveyard. Like, oh yeah, the Hollow Hills they called it. They gotta keep going off there. Yeah, they said Uthrency was riddled with war and everything years ago, and there's mass graveyards everywhere.
What's the direction from here?
They're kind of pointing east toward the mountains. They're kind of pointing. Both of them are pointing in the same direction.
I chime in for group chat so everyone can hear, including Neri and Bolsa, and I say, we had word that there's a cemetery to the east here in the hills. If there is undead, the cemetery might be affected.
You get back. Should we convene there?
No. Come back and then we can plan further after you're done.
Understood.
So we'll say since you're both in different buildings,
What do I find inside the house?
we'll just go both ways. It's relatively kind of same. Yeah, I do find you're both familiar with the elven architecture. You see they're kind of more built around nature. And as you're going through it, you do see from the top floor, it looks like people are. You haven't found any signs of life. But you do find that it looks like there's stuff that was kind of getting grabbed and then it was like dropped or stuff left behind.
Like they were packing in a hurry.
Yeah, so it looks like they're trying to grab stuff.
Does it look like anything valuable was taken, or does it look more like things that you need to survive were taken?
Look more. You're looking at it and you get this more of a rustic community. You understand. Look like they might have been trying to grab stuff that's important to the family, like heirloom. Or
Okay, so not looted then.
yeah. So as you're traveling there, are you gonna go to the bottom floors?
Ibalsa's gonna be very quiet when she does, just in case.
Yeah, Nahiri's stealthing as she inspects.
And I do have a 25.
All right.
I got 29.
Finally, the rogue out stealths me.
Yeah.
I don't stealth you each time!
As you're
Yeah!
with here as you go down, you're kind of creeping down into it. You're kind of in a third. You find you're actually like a 3-story building. You kind
Oh, wait, I forgot.
creeping your way down. Kind of go down to the bottom floor. You see like it's kind of built around the tree. You're looking around. You find yourself to be kind of in a tavern area. The tavern. You see you're looking in. It looks like the door was busted inward. As you're looking at the kind of the torn doors, but I see the piece of the wood
Oh, so something outside
busted in.
busted
yeah.
in.
You
Okay.
do see. You don't really. As you're getting down, you go forward to the tables. You do actually find signs of blood.
Oh, that's
Not a
wonderful.
lot, but you do find some blood.
Oh, I forgot I had advantage on this.
And
Crap.
it looks like a lot of the stools. There's some chairs are kind of thrown around. And like I said, it looks like just with a little bit of blood, it looks like there might have been a little bit of dragging, but it looks like it might have been a scuffle.
Okay.
So you do find also food still. You could eat it, but it's kind of questionable. So I think it's been a couple of days.
Okay.
So with your admission. Here you found yourself
You mean
in
Ibalsa?
or sorry, you found yourself in an actual house. So
Okay.
when you're looking, looked like more they're kind of packing. From what you found, it looks like they're trying to plug. It looks like they're kind of cover up the windows a little bit. Looks like they're trying to throw stuff in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You actually find one of the walls is actually kind of broken out into.
Okay.
As you find, it looks like the front door was barricaded.
The wall, does it look like there's like, is it blunt damage or did something with a blade or claws break
roll
into
investigation.
it? Okay. Oof. I'm gonna use my inspiration. That's
You
much
are-
better. Hold on.
You did get guidance.
24.
24? For looking at it, looks like it was. If you're looking at it, looks like it was done with like a large blade or an axe, maybe.
Is it just one like slash or is there
Looks
multiple?
like it was a cup, but it looks like it was busted into.
Balsa's relaying everything to the group as she like finds things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a basement or anything? Like a cellar?
You're looking around, it doesn't look like there's a cellar, and you come through with your investigation that they might not be able to dig down deep because it's the roots everywhere.
So no extra places to hide.
Was Nahiri reporting what she found?
After she finished inspecting, probably, yeah.
Sora would ask on Cinderstone, how fresh is the blood?
Would I be able to?
Roll investigation.
Okay. That's actually pretty good. That is a 24.
Before you kind of look at it, you notice it's getting sticky and kind of getting pretty old.
Like days,
You
weeks.
at least give it at least 4 days. You look
Okay.
at the food looked like it was cooked, but it's starting to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
You get from me, Balsa. I'm going back to the roof.
Okay. She'll just say, "Be safe." You said that there were like drag marks, possibly.
possibly might have been drag or scuffle marks.
Do they lead anywhere?
They don't really lead anywhere. There's not a whole lot of blood, but there's some blood.
Okay. Can I tell, based on like the door being blown out, are there any signs of like what did it, or are there claw marks?
With your
Are there?
roll, you're looking at the wood and you notice it's oddly enough looks like the wood was dying.
Dying?
Looks like it the damage it took kind of looked like if the wood was alive, it looked like it just kind of shriveled a little more, like it got frail.
And then was blown open.
Yeah,
Smashed.
there's a large hole in this door.
Yeah.
Of course, the door's not in there anymore.
Okay. Well, if I'm in a bar, any wine.
You do find some spirits if you're just gonna take a drink real quick.
No, like closed bottles of wine.
Oh, there is some clothes. There is some. You don't know if it's wine, but you usually see, knowing that was most likely, you find some like moonshine,
Yeah, I'll take it.
Elvish moonshine. So
How many bottles?
Yeah, I should have you see kind of lined up, but looks like some were broken and kind of grab a bottle. They're a little heftier than the fine glassware over back at Silvervale, but they more look like you can tell that these are probably made here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people actually can't make this.
Nice, homemade. Okay. How many bottles of moonshine?
How much are you taking?
How much is there?
Quite a bit.
Oh gosh,
Do you have a bag of holding?
I do. I have one
Oh.
specifically for food.
Oh,
I've got 2 bags of holding.
Alright.
Okay, I'll just take as many as I can,
I
but
would say-
keeping my stealth because I don't want to.
You're able to drink your mistake. You grab 6 of them.
How long is this taking her?
It'll take her a little longer because she looks like it's taking Nahiri a little longer. You don't know why, but Nahiri's kind of picking
not
out
hearing any
bottles.
word from like anyone. I say,
Yeah.
is everything okay? To both of you.
Yeah, and then you hear, Nahiri, what's going on?
Nothing.
I roll.
Insight. Was that just to me or was that to everyone?
Just to you.
Okay,
Oh, it's just
haha.
you.
It was just...
Ooh, that's not any
Yeah,
of them.
Roll deception there.
7.
You.
Oh, just
don't make me roll this.
You do it?
Do it.
gosh, my god.
Do it.
Come on, you can beat a 7, probably.
Unless you want to openly say that
Come on.
Ebosa finds out.
0.
Oh my god.
Oh,
you know Nahiri is, so with it, there's
something's
nothing,
up.
you know Nahiri's up to no good.
You just get back. Don't take too long.
You don't get a response.
Okay. I'm gonna say after a while, you guys return back to the group.
Before that though,
Okay.
because
Also, did my ring light up at all?
okay, hang on. So because Sora basically chimed in, is everything okay? I heard no answer. Okri chimes in again. What's going on?
You get back. We'll be on our way back shortly.
Very well.
You notice that he also shows up a little bit, and then Nahiri's shortly after, like another minute, he also shows up, or here he shows up.
And Okra would take the
The ring back, yeah.
ring
gives
and
it
dust
back.
of disappearance.
She drops it into your hand.
Okay. Anything to report?
Well, the town's empty.
You said there was blood, so there was a lot of scuffling.
She'll relay what she found, but the door looked like it was dying, and then it was blasted open. There was definitely something.
Blasted open like magic.
Was it blasted or like smashed? I can't really tell. If it was
It
magic,
looks
I'd
like
imagine there'd be
something-
scuff marks.
Something definitely hit it hard.
You said it was dying. The only thing I know about that is necrosis.
Out of character, I have no idea what the hell that is.
It's when flesh kind of like dies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Necromancy.
And if that's so, whatever it is we're dealing with can cast spells that deal necrosis.
Yeah, he just shrugs.
Um,
How much? Out of character, how much would I know about that?
With the necrosis, there's spells with necrotic.
Mm-hmm. Would I know if a summoner would be able to cast that kind of magic?
Depends what kind of summer it is. You do know there's. I'll say with
A
your
variety.
basic knowledge, you do know there's a large variety of different magics.
Okay.
You did go to school.
I did go to school.
Yeah.
Oh, she did, not me.
So I asked Ibalsa and Nahiri, were there any tracks anywhere outside, like leading somewhere?
Did you also see any when she was looking?
Were you looking for?
Yes, she was looking for
Okay,
any sort of evidence of life.
I want to say because you guys rolled really good, you'd see signs that pointed like they went eastward.
No, were these
There might have
like
been some
humanoid or?
In the kind of dark one, they're all looked like they were light footsteps, but looked like they might have been carrying or possibly dragons and stuff.
All right, and so we found out that east from here is a cemetery, so if they're being dragged from there.
Perfect place to spawn more undead. I don't like this.
Let's go.
Well, he sort of looks over to the guards.
I should say, like, let's go. Like, it look like we're not really gonna go, are we? I don't know. I think this group might be crazy. Well, I don't know.
What are
Oh,
you,
damn.
cowards?
I'm gonna
I look up. They're fixing the suits. Of course not.
So I'm gonna walk off a
Let's
little
go.
bit to the woods, break off some branches, and I'm gonna sharpen them into spikes and fasten them to the sides of the wagons. Or the
Okay.
wagon.
Sword lets you borrow his bone axe and makes it more quicker.
What's-
It helps. It
Do
can
you have
cut.
to be attuned to that?
No.
Okay.
It help. It's very. It can
Actually,
damage
no,
wood.
you do actually know.
yeah.
You know you
was-
have to be attuned. You do know to be attuned.
Oh, never mind. Then never mind.
would you like speak up and try to help it then?
I was like, here, I'll help you out with that. And you just see him just like cleave easily with the pikes, making the pikes easily. Clean cut.
Right then. You cut, I fasten.
All right.
As they're doing that, Nahiri's gonna go to Bell, and in Elvish, being like, "Why did you have to make me read that the book, The Fog? This is too good timing. Why?"
I just picked out a random book. You didn't have to read it.
I read it in like an hour. It was good, but why? Oh,
He kind of shrugs.
Then Eve also pipes up also in Elvish. So I take it the fog was not an educational book.
no, it wasn't. Unless you like learning what not to do in the fog.
Sora
So
just
you're
says
just looking
ear.
around.
I'm like visibly tense, and I'm like kind of. I don't know how I'm sitting in the wagon, but I'm just like very, very nervous, looking around
Balsa's
frantically.
gonna go sit beside you.
You hear Sora for the first time, like kind of irritated. It's like, why does everyone know Elvish? And he says that to Dwarvish to you.
One of the guards, because you're in the elf land, is the saying in common.
It's frustrating, but there's a way around it. He kind of shows one of his rings.
How much does that cost?
Well, I happen to get this for $250.
Next time. And then
Right.
he's
One more job. And he speaks up to the rest of the crew saying, if we're going into a place that functions on being alert, we're going to have to make as little sound as possible. I don't want these chickens to go to waste, so
The guards are going, hey. Did you say chickens?
He also
It's like-
snorts.
There's
Well, I'm glad you
actual
think
chickens.
that way of yourself, but I'm not killing you two. If you haven't heard from the clucking, there are chickens on top of my wagon.
Yeah, look like they grab the messenger stone, just like they're by each other, just kind of smiling. Oh, continue.
It's okay.
You-
You're not chickens, you're bait. And so he says to Sora, we might as well kill the chickens, save them for later, cook them up. Don't want to waste them. But I don't want to be a distraction for the zombies or
Sora-
whatever undead.
Sora looks at you seriously and grabs the sending stone. We're talking about the chickens in the wagon, right?
And he says, yes, the wagon.
Okay. He's like,
No, on top of the wagon. Not inside.
I meant. Never
Two
mind.
guards are gonna look at you, Bell.
Anyone inside the
yeah,
wagon.
I believe, perhaps we should go and report this back, huh?
Well, I will not make you two stay here. But we are staying here.
Kind of look at each other. Right, fine.
Wait.
Just hold
Kinda
on
stop
one
him.
moment. If you don't mind, I have a couple questions for you two. I did see in a report that there had been some scoutings around these villages. Do you both know anything about any of the guards that went to go check?
They kind of both look like they're looking like they're thinking. Kind of talking. Look like they're talking. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think the captain's the only one who sends them. Yeah. One the captain Eldwin. He's the one who sends out the whoever's doing the scouting or
So
Just-
then you two don't know who went or hear anything through the grapevine, so to speak.
The other one's like, well, we hear that they didn't find anything. There was people here before. That's all that report was.
Right. Over a week ago. Just over.
And the other one's like, yeah, the call kind of graying in over a week. They're kind of thinking, sometimes the captain would go out with them. He was the first one to go and out to a report to scan and check out. That's how I heard about that dark lady. You can see the air parentheses. Can't be that much scary, and I'm like scarier than hot ghosts.
And then Belle turns to Zora and Okri, since they made sounds of protest. Do you have anything else to ask of them?
I have a question for them, actually. You two are planning on going back on foot? Just the two of you? By yourselves?
In the haunted lands.
Potentially surrounded by undead?
And it's only getting darker.
It is pretty late, and it's a 4-hour journey in a wagon.
They're gonna look at it. They both valid
Perhaps
points.
you'd
Right?
be
But we know
safer.
magic, and they both strike a pose. They kinda
Yeah.
go back to back.
How great is wizard magic compared to clerics? How well is that going to work on undead?
How many times can you cast Fireball before they overwhelm you?
You said you were newly graduates.
Oh,
They're kind of looking around.
fresh bait.
So I'm gonna say I'm probably
All right. What are you guys mocking them, or are you just like?
Impulse is
I'm just-
persuading them to stay in the wagon.
I'm just telling them, do you respect your region? Do you respect your land?
They got look while they're that. They say we can take care of ourselves. We know these lands very well. Yes.
Yeah, so Eve also would have. She was trying to persuade them to stay in the wagon.
Would you
Or
roll
yes, it is.
persuasion?
Yeah, I'll roll. 27.
Well, they couldn't need our help. I mean, it is up to Lord Daron. The Lord Daron is up to us. But we do believe that if this indeed happened, someone should go back and report.
But think about it. If you were to save some of these people that were in the cemetery, you'd be saving your people. You'd be great heroes.
No more double duty.
You wouldn't have to think about yourselves
Kinda
being
think of it.
chickens.
They look like they're gonna hold up their fingers like they're grabbing the stones and look at each other.
Maybe get a pay raise and an upgrade.
Maybe get a praise from your captain.
One is.
Yeah, Belle sent like a doubtful look at
Okri
Okri.
shrugs his shoulders.
You see they're talking. like I said, you bring our extra points. They do bring extra points. We will stay gladly if you wish us to. And they might need our help. But someone does have to go back.
All right, one of you go back.
I mean, they're pointing down. One's pointing to Balsa, one's pointing to Harry. They have wings. They both stay together and send them. They would be faster.
Do
neither
those
of you have fly?
Kind of look down.
You're
Kick
asking
them
these
to
two
rocks.
to fly back for 4 hours straight, running haggard.
Do you know the spell sending?
Location.
Do those stones only connect to each other?
Of course. Yep. Who else do they connect to?
You can have more than two. Ibalsa's being very factual about that.
Ours is a special case.
You know, Ibolsa, you can, sorry, I forget his name, but, you can, I'm just gonna say you could send sending to the butler of Belrothian, and they can relay the message,
I could.
because you quite know them.
She would be able to, wouldn't she?
You know, Rhonda. You know.
Is that acceptable? And she turns to Belle.
Yes, it certainly saves one of us the trip.
They're kind of looking at you guys. We're kind of looking at Bella, just like.
Sora bangs the wagon and says,
I jump.
bangs the wagon and says, "Why are we thinking about this? We gotta save these people. Are you soldiers?" He's gonna roll intimidation.
I'm going to help you with that.
You're gonna roll intimidation.
Yeah. That's pretty good, though. Yeah, Four, okay.
How are you helping him?
Yeah,
How's Okri helping him?
he's gonna.
Intimidating dwarf presence.
Obviously. Just my bearded self.
They're half elves.
Yeah, they can't grow a proper beard. It's
But they can't
intimidating.
grow
What if they don't care?
It's
They can't be.
intimidating.
Listen, they can be. They can't be charmed, but they can be frightened.
Okay, they can't be charmed magically.
I know.
They can charm through other ways.
Naturally.
Natural 20.
Holy shit!
Oh,
You're
damn.
welcome.
28.
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Okay. They both was like, you're yelling out, like, oh. They kind of brought back and just kind of jump, kind of grab for their sword, just kind of shaking. Well, I mean,
Where's your patriotism?
they got to look at each other just like that. We want to help. We want to help people. Yes, as guards, they said. So if you wish to send someone, then send it. Yes, send it. They need to know.
All right. Seems that we have a deal.
I don't speak to us of patriotism. This one can't even speak Elvish.
If I am correct, Bloodgate is part of this entire kingdom. I am talking about patriotism towards this country. Are you saying that this one is not part of this country?
Not much of a country. Yeah, they're divided as they are. Yes, they are.
That may be so, but being a patriot means you wish well for your country.
They kind of like both like roll their eyes. Or
At this point, here's
if we're going to go if we're going to go over there, let's go then.
All right.
I'm currently right now. I'm like counting out words.
Okay.
Before you say that, Sora says, using the message, using sending message to Okri. I sorry, I hit your wagon.
And Okri kind of walks around and is just. Yeah, it'll buff out. I think.
Okay, so we're sending it to the vice mayor.
Ralnor. Now you're
Ralnor.
saying it too.
Well, no. I mean, like we want the report to go to the vice mayor. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
But
From
you know
Ralnor to the
Ralnor.
vice.
Yes, I know. I'm
Yeah.
talking to Ralnor. I'm asking him to talk to the vice mayor.
That's correct.
That's what I am confirming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want one word for vice governor, you can use Tobias or Mardigan.
I'll use Mardigan then. Okay. So let me just type this out because that's a little faster.
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta love word limits.
I'm gonna say you guys are just gonna be heading on your way towards the greater wall. If Boston will send us while you're there. You have to kind of backtrack a little bit. You do find there's you can either kind of try to go rough it up through the off road, or you do know there's a little path.
Which would be easier?
As you kind of talking, the guards tell you kind of like, oh, there's an old path, but it's not really used. That's why no one uses. That's why it's Halt Hill. No one goes there anymore. They're just telling you there's an old road that leads up there. It might be a little rough on the wagon, but it's better than going off road. It still has pavement on it and everything. Kind of has a paved road.
Should we do the scouting ahead again?
I can repair the wheels by reinforcing them with metal later.
So you learn about the area. There's like, oh, they're kind of telling you facts like, oh yeah, they're telling you basically like, oh, there used to be a whole bunch of humans, mass graves we heard. Oh, they're kind of talking about it. And telling you there's probably a couple mausoleums. The pretending is pretty much back when it was predominantly only human kingdom.
Okay. So Oprah's going to go through the rough roads. Also, all those chickens are killed off and are now healthily valuable meat to be eaten.
All right.
Chicken wings.
Do you have your message yet, or?
I'm like almost halfway there. Hold on.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
All right, so here, I'm actually going to go. As you guys head there, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Sore Feet Adventures. Please join us for the next episode. Have a good day.